Hi everyone, this is Kathleen Paper Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm working on the seed journal, continuing it. I did add the signatures and I'll show you what I did for those. I can make it as thick as I want. I love this. I felt it was very kind of Greek and picture to see theme, and it's so free to decorate and work on. I added the signatures, just 1 minute please, excuse my reach. I added the signatures with fabric. I did not sew the signatures onto this. I like the idea. It's so much easier to me than sewing. I didn't want to cut through all of this. And I do like that I have a lot of space in between. Now, I picture myself, again, I do this before, I've done this. I'm putting lace, so the odds of seeing that is probably going to be significantly lower than what you would think. So any piece of spare fabric you have, you guys could do that with no problem. So I do have my signatures in there, and I sewed those all together. I didn't ink all of them. I did ink some of them, and so you can see the center. And this one I actually have not glued that in with the piece of fabric like this. I didn't know if it actually needed it. It probably does at some point, but right now I don't feel like it does. I feel like it's held in enough. What I had in mind is to bring in some of this fabric like that, and I think that would do the same trick, or a piece of lace. Okay, so with this, I don't know for sure how I want to go with the decorations. Of course, I want to add lace, but I need to make ephemera for sure, without doubt. But there's possibilities of adding lace already. I love the white with the blue. It feels so much more sea themed than the off-white. However, the off-white looks vintage. And I really wanted to have a vintage feel with this book because I wanted it to be around turn of the century, 1910, 1915. 1920 would even be too far out into the future, but you never know. Could work. So I have little cardboards of stuff like this I can use. I have a ton of blue, you guys. I'm going to show you this bag. I've been collecting for years. I managed to drop my root beer drink all over, so now it's a sticky mess. Not good. And I took my paper towels to the other room. Anyhow, okay, let me just kind of dry it off with my hand a little bit. Okay, so I could add some like ribbons. And then I just have also like some old, this is beautiful fabric I got, which green is pretty, but I still like the blue. So this bag that I have was me attempting to create the colors of ocean, sea themed. Look at that. Isn't this beautiful? Ooh, I love that. I literally could cover that whole thing with just that, and I would be thrilled. Aren't these colors spectacular? Oh, I'm gonna pull that. I have to do something with that. I'm not sure what yet. But today's probably going to be a day of pulling things I think will work. And let's start gluing some things together. This is pretty. It's very sheer. See how sheer that is? But that feels very oceany. That could be pretty right there. I really don't want to cover that beautiful, so I could do something like that. That is sheer, but it makes it have a nice edge. Or do something like that. I could trim this up more too. That's a possibility. I have a hard time, you guys, when I have a lot of possibilities because it's so difficult for me to choose. This is another one. Look at this, you guys. Beautiful. Now these I purchased from a year, well, it's twice a year. We go to this antique, I don't know. I guess you'd consider it like, not a thrift shop, but it's a fair, like an antique fair. And this woman dyes these, she hand dyes these, but they're from 1920s, she said, the satin that she uses. So I think so pretty. And she also did this one. She is so talented. She is, I noticed that her inventory is not nearly as like it used to be. So I really think she is selling out. She said she would sell out soon. I was hoping she was wrong, but I think she's right. I think she will be selling out soon. That feels a little too, not what I had in mind, right? Let me pull out some more things, guys. Let's see what's at the bottom of this bag. The heart's cute for maybe a pocket. Let's just pull it out. Let's pull it out, shall we? This is cute too. Look at, I like that. I like that with this. Look at, I don't want to cover up that kid, but look how cute that would have been on the side. I do like that. I don't think it's too much of a clash with this. Could be. Let's see what it'd be like with these girls. That might be better. All right, let's do the side here. This is what I go through, and that's why it takes me so long to make an album, because I contemplate every single page this intently. I guess you guys probably do too. That's pretty too. Not as pretty though. I love the crocheted. Isn't that gorgeous? I kind of like the crocheted. See how I have a lot of white? It needs to be something heavy that will cover that. That's probably not going to work for that. This is pretty. Look at this. Might be pretty for like right here. Let's see if I put it on the top. I like that. So let's see. If I was to do that, can you guys see? Let me cut a piece of this off. Find my buried scissors in here. That is just so pretty. Let me just measure it from the bottom page. It'll be a little easier for me. So I'm going to cut here. Yeah. It's okay if it's not perfect either. I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to put a little strip of glue. Now, this page is curved, so I'm going to need to stop it probably right about there. And let's see how my glue's doing. Kind of a gooby glue. Let's just put a little bit of glue here. If I can get some glue out. Okay. Let's just glue that in. I live by the ocean. I'm probably about a mile and a half away from the water's edge. And this year, our July has been foggy. Now in June, we usually have the June gloom. That's when we have fog, but it wasn't that bad in June. Now we definitely have a July gloom, to say the least. It has been. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of this. So, hold on. I like the rounded aspect of it. Probably need a little more glue to hold that in. Let me straighten that up. So, it's been foggy, you guys, and cold. I'm telling you, I'm like cold every day. The sun will come out in the daytime, especially where I work. It's close to the mountains, so it does help a lot. I like that dark vivid blue. I'm wondering if I should put something down here. I want to leave it the lines so that you can actually journal on that. That's cute. I'm going to do that. So today it's super foggy, incredibly foggy. It doesn't look like it's going to clear. It's a little bit clear, starting to clear maybe. It's probably about 1:30, I'm going to guess. And I thought I'd pop in. I'm having my brother's kind enough. I asked him if he could help me organize where I have my drinks and things in the garage stored. I did a Costco run, which is the big box store, and bought a bunch of water and protein drinks. That's where I get my protein drinks, because they're like 0 sugar. There, isn't that cute? Feels sea-ish. I don't think I'm gonna put anything here because I don't want to cut off this guy. However, whatever's from this page will come across and you'll be able to see it. I need to put a dot of glue right here. Hold on, let me get a little glue. Let's see if that will hold. Let's see if that will hold it. Maybe not. Okay. And I like this all ripped up. I did it purposefully, maybe not that ripped up, but I wanted it to look haphazard, almost like a net. You guys, if you've watched my channel, you know I like everything to look haphazard, ripped, shredded. So, okay, ta-da! First page. The nice thing about having so many beautiful images on the page, they're almost done. Seriously, you just really need to add a few things. So I want to get something that's going to be long enough that I'll be able to see from this page and that will match all of it. So I don't want anything like that because it's too small. Let's see what other things I got. Hold on, let me pull out more stuff. I love this wavy look right here, but I don't think I want to use it for that. This is cute. Look at you guys. Oh, that's really cute. I love that. That'll be cute on something. Look how pretty the multicolor is on that. Isn't that going to be beautiful? Let's see. And then we'll get more things. Options. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it was to be, let's just do, for instance, let's do an instance on this page. If I was to make it straight, not curved, I don't love that. But look how pretty that would look. I wonder if I was to use something like that. However, if I was to include something else, now that I prefer, it has a little bit of, I don't know, it blends a little better. I think. And let's see. I love the idea of it being over here. I think it goes well. Do I really want to do it? Do I want to commit to it? Maybe. I'm going to cut a piece off and find my... You know, I just had a thought. What would this look like? Because of all the multicolors. Oh, it won't look pretty on the back side, so never mind. It needs to be something I'm seeing on both sides of the pages. So I am just going to cut a piece off. That will be a maybe. Let me see if I see anything that I absolutely love. That is pretty too, this little ruffle. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. Let's put the pin there. Look at the ruffle. Do I like the idea of a ruffle? Maybe. Very light. It matches nicely. That's cute too, right? I'm going to go with this one. However, I feel a little concerned about that white. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try it anyway. Let's go for it. Let's just go for it. I want to make sure that that white's going to really be glued down. Okay. Let's do this. I feel like I'm just so in your guys. My arm is in the way. My big arm is so in your way. Sorry, guys. Okay. I like that. The light, soft with this, very pretty. Let's just cut a piece off. Let me press down, make sure it's glued. And I like that. Isn't that cute? I love all the blues. I love that there's a little bit of red right there. This is adorable. Okay. Now, this is really pretty. Look at this. That might be good for something like this. Hold on. Let's see what that would look like. If we were to lay it just down, right? We could even put a scallop hanging out. Let's see what's on the other side. Do scallop there. And then we need to do something else here. I'm just going to bring in this paper. I'm not going to use this paper. Ah, shoot, I got glue on it. Scotch tape. I just want to see what it would look like. Let's just say I guess it would cover all that. Unless I put like an image down below and that on the top. Piece of pretty blue paper would be nice. I like that you can see the white. Not committed to that. Okay. I gotta cover my glue, you guys. Look what happened. Can you guys see all that glue? Oh man, this is what I do. Situations like this, I use my fingers because the glue dries on my finger and I can peel it right off. See? Then I can just cover that back up. This time cover it a little bit better. See? And think about what I want to do. Okay. I definitely need an image here and then some pretty, probably lace or ribbon. See? I just want to show you guys. So if you're ever stuck in that situation and you're like me without paper towel, just do this and it comes off. Okay. All right, guys. I feel like I've done enough of this for now. I'm going to put all my pretty blue back into my big giant bag for now, because we really need to make ephemera for this. Now, I need to know exactly what I need because, okay, let's move this out of the way too. So I'm going to need something for this page, but I have to kind of think about, do I want to add bookmarks? Do I want to add tuck spots? Because I didn't do that ahead of time. Okay, guys, I pulled out my papers and root beer spilled on quite a few of them, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to close this book because I want to make a bit of ephemera. I know I'm going to use that. Let me just cut off the edge of that. That's a real cute card. These images are cute. I love this as a back paper. But it's got to be something where you can actually see that. You know, the image is so big. This is cute too, the stripe. That's really cute, right? That could be something like that. Let me see if there's anything in here I can use. I love that right here. I'm going to cut these out. This is Love, Hope. Okay. Right. These are all cute. I can use all of these. I don't know about you, Float My Boat. I don't like that. I like this one because I want to keep it vintage looking and stuff like that. They wouldn't have said that. If they did say it, it would be in a cheesy card, I'm guessing. You know, we talk different now than they did back then. I like that right here. Let's keep that. This. I like the little sayings on some of these. They're cute. I also love the Love and Hope. Wishing you a year full of smooth sailing and sunny skies. That I could see possibly. What is this? Life's roughest storms prove the strength of our anchor. Ooh, that's a good one. Amen to that, right? Whew. Boy, people are in a storm right now, aren't they? Okay, the stars are cute too. I'm gonna put that. Oh, this was just a card stock from a card. Now see how that got wet? That's all right, because I only need one, and I'm gonna cut this one. So we're gonna use that. Let me put this away so it can dry. I always think accidents like spilt soda, spilt coffee are happy accidents, because a lot of times it leaves the paper looking really vintage, which I'm happy with that. Okay, there's that. This is totally cute. See how it got wet? The color bled. I still like it. This I'm not sure about, but I kind of contemplated the idea of creating an envelope and do it as a text spot. Because that's a possibility, I'm keeping it aside. That's cute. This would make a cute little book, wouldn't it? It's like perfectly shaped for it. Let's just cut this out real quick. Okay. How are you guys doing? Yeah, doing good? Not doing good? Maybe in between? I know some people have a lot of struggles right now, so my heart really does go out with you. You're in my thoughts and prayers. If you're watching this, you know who you are. If you've lost loved ones recently, my prayers are constantly with you. Okay. That is cute, right? I'm going to get this wet off of there. So let me just cut some of this out, because I can really see this being adorable in there. All right. Again, I don't cut all straight and perfect. I don't worry about it. I figure what it is. Now this, I think, is the same tag I already cut out. I wonder why I had so many copies. Yeah, look at it. It's the same thing. Interesting. That kit must have had a lot of copies of the same stuff. Ugh, I love these. Look at the wet right there. So glad. It didn't get in this one, but it'd been okay probably too. Maybe made it look like it was out on the sea. Okay. So today is Saturday. It's my day off. I'm so grateful. I've been struggling at work, you guys. Just feeling tired and tired. Just really tired. I think I've mentioned before that where I work, the company is selling to another company, and it's been limbo land now for how many months? Too many months. nobody tells us what's happening. I don't like that. I think communication and transparency is important. So that makes my staff worried and constantly questioning me, and I have no answers for them, and I hate that. Because people don't know if they need to start looking for other jobs, and it makes it tough. I don't blame them. I'm looking for other work slowly. I don't want to abandon my staff just yet, so I know they rely on me a lot. I kind of want to see through the transition, and if it's not something I want to do or be a part of, then I'm definitely going to get out of that situation. Isn't that cute pocket? Oh my gosh, you guys, I love that. So once this stuff's all cut out, I'm going to just decide where I want to put it. And this will be for any journal that I do, whether it's seed themed or not seed themed. I'm just going to constantly look at my images, whether they're authentic or not authentic, like this digital kit, and see where I want to put them. Now, I wish I had all kinds of authentic things, but I've never found any, honestly, and I've looked, believe me. And you would think, by living by the sea, by the ocean, that there'd be all kinds of things in the antique stores, but there's not. Maybe they just didn't have a whole lot. I guess maybe this feels to me would be like New York, Coney Island. I don't know if that's just TV. I always show that people are in that time frame. Maybe Maine. Now, originally when I printed this, I only had this whole paper left, and I didn't care because I thought it would be fine, and I still think it is fine. So I'm just going to trim it down. I'm not worried about those holes in the top. I'll figure it out. Let's just get these images out so we can figure where we want to put them. So if this video is too long, you're welcome to skip forward and get to just inserting the ephemera. But I've had some people tell me they like my videos being longer. So I'm going to do a long video. I'm hoping to hit around 50 minutes today, and then I got to get myself up. I get ready to organize with my brother. I might say, let's forget the organizing. Let's just have a barbecue outside. And we can relax. So these images are from red.books.com. Okay. It's good to know. I never know where I get my stuff. They're so old. I heard somebody saying that today, that by the time they get to their digital prints, it's like 2 years later and they have no idea where they're from, and I feel the exact same way. I think I've been doing junk journaling now for 3 years, 4 years, a long time. I think that's a long time. And I am wondering if there's a bit of a lull in the whole junk journaling world. I've been hearing different artists from the vendors saying that they're really slow, that people aren't looking at their videos nearly as much. And it could be because it's summer. But part of me wonders if, people are tired of this, maybe. I don't know. It reminds me kind of maybe, is it like the scrapbooking thing? Did you guys scrapbook? No, I scrapbooked, and I'm just going to kind of cut these out lightly because I'm not sure how I want to use them yet. I scrapbooked, and I lost it after about 10 years. I couldn't figure out, not even 10, maybe 5, 6 years. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. These are maybes. I don't know what I want to do with that, you guys. But I want to consider this page, this blue, as part of the backdrop to some of the little small ephemera, because I want to make something cute out of it. See how that root beer is drying? Look at the brown. Doesn't it look better? Seriously? That's what I call a happy accident. Get out my root beer. I'll throw it over everything. It turned into a brown that looks coffee stained, that looks vintage. I'm gonna let that dry and see how it comes out. Okay, let's just cut the last tips of these because I want to use this. I love it. I love the writing because I didn't want it to just be beach, as I mentioned before. Now these I'm not sure quite yet, but I'm going to keep them right to my side. This and possibly this. This is a possibility. Let's just cut it out. Whoop, my dryer. Yep, my washer's done. I'm doing laundry. I always do laundry on Saturdays. I'm such a creature of habit that way. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's pull the binder back. I mean, the journal back. Anyway, you guys, just getting to it. I'm just wondering if people are, if there's not as many junk journalers. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Do you think that's true or not true? And get a sip of my Reaper. I just wondered. Okay. All right. So I got a lot of cute images right here. And now I want to see how I want to place them in this book. I love the idea of something big here. I'm not sure if it goes with that image though. So I kind of want to say, I also want to possibly put an image here. Don't need anything. See, some of these are so cute, they don't need anything, right? Maybe this is more appropriate here. But I know that's the same exact image as one of these. I know, I just saw it. Where is it? Somewhere, same image. See, all these don't need any more images. Oh, there it is. Guess it could be okay, right? See, look, that needs an image. So I'm thinking, well, what could I put? It needs to be big enough because that page is kind of big. And see, that's too wide unless I want to cut it. I don't want to do that to that image. I could create a pocket here, which might be kind of nice, actually, because I'm not crazy about that image. I don't care if I lose that because it's so dark. Maybe even something. So this is kind of a moody, darker page. It might be better with something more like that to kind of lighten it up. I could clip on a bookmark, maybe. Oh, I love that. Isn't that cute? Okay. Now this is big, but what if I was to fold it? Let's fold this, guys. And just tuck it in as a sideways envelope. Because that could be cute, right? Let me get it a little bit more even, right? Okay. Like, look at this. Like that. But see, it's so different. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like that different. It's got to be something darker. That's still way too different. Okay. So, part of me now feels like, no. Let's pull out that. That lightens that up. If I was to say, put that here, give her a little bit more of a feminine flair right there, right? Put that there. And then, as if it's a picture, then I can add maybe the pocket. Hold on, let me get the pocket. Maybe not that pocket's too won't work. It's just so incredibly dark, you guys. I'm gonna cover it up. Me no likey. Why is it so dark? I don't like it that dark. I might have to put, now that helps, right? Okay, I'm gonna, watch. What if I did that and watch, let's put lace down this way. We're covering, there'll be a little dot left of it. But see how that lightens it up? Do you see what I'm saying? Now, they are completely different kits. All of these kits are different. So yes, I am going to see different looks. I don't know why I would have bought this look because I don't like it. Maybe I liked it back then. Maybe I was just so enthused that it had something. I don't know. Okay, but we know that that will probably go there, right? Now this is much cuter, even though I think it might have been the same kit. It's much lighter, much prettier, softer. I think something up here would be pretty. I saw a doily. Where did that doily go? There was a white doily earlier. Hold on. Did I move it? I think I moved it. Look at this interesting piece right here. Could be like an octopus. No, I think that would be pretty there. It feels like, no, this feels like the 1920s, which is pushing the boundary for me, but 1920s is okay. That could be cute there. Maybe I'll put some more lace there. Perfect for images. Perfect. Look at that image right there. Is that adorable? I love that image for there. What I'd want to do with that, hold that thought. I'm wondering if I want to frame it at all. No, that's confusing. So I want to keep it. But I'm going to have to use thick enough trim on the sides. I love that. I'm going to put that one there. So I'm going to just put it in here. Well, you know what? Hold on. Hold that thought. Excuse my reach. Pardon me. Pardon me. Let's get some. Let's just start building right. Let's do this. I'm going to start putting where I want things to go, so I know for next time. That is pretty cute here, but I'm going to just put it in the dish for now. This will just be lace, possibly a pocket, possibly. I love this. I might not put anything on there. I love this too, you guys. It's a ripped piece of, I think this was a book. I just like it. It's like ripped right there, piece of paper. Love it. When I found out that Scotch tape was not invented till 1930, so I can't put Scotch tape in here, which I thought originally would be cute, like an antique Scotch tape, but it doesn't fit the time frame. That's cute. So I think a little pocket right there would be adorable. Let me see. Let me pull some of these pockets. Let's see. Look how cute. Look how cute that matches a lot. And it's a small pocket. Watch. So if I'm folding it here and folding it here, little pocket right there. That's perfect. I love that. Let's paper clip that on. Moving right along. Lace will be here. Love that. It's too overwhelming. I can't put any more images on either one of these. It's going to have to be lace and trim. This I can add. I could cut this. I'm going to just fold this, you guys. I could cut that. Oh, how cute would it be in here? Let's stick it in there and see how it looks. Oh my gosh, isn't that perfect? It's going to live in there. Of course, I know there's the other side too, but it's going to live in there. So let's see what else I got. Blend, you can't see it. Too light. Maybe this needs some of this paper. Maybe some of this paper. See the ships, they're not very nautical here. I kind of feel like this might be a good place for this nautical to live. I kind of like that idea. And you can actually see the ships, tie it in. I don't know if I would put anything on it. Maybe not. So that's a possibility. It's kind of big. So what I'm going to do is just clip it on the bottom. Get some more clips here. Maybe clip it this way. It's a possibility, but I do like that flow much better than that original piece of paper. Okay. That I love. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to cover that. The only possibility of covering that would be maybe like some of these. Let's see what I got. Can't see that. Maybe Smooth Sailing and Sunny Skies, Love and Hope. Something like that I think could be good. I love this Love and Hope. How would that look right here? Love and Hope on this somehow. Because I'm going to need to cover that with something. I thought lace, but let's paper clip it there. And let's kind of give that a thought. Because I think that could be, okay. That needs something. I'm not sure exactly what. I'll probably cover the whole thing with a piece of paper. And that might be good with the stars, maybe. Or the blue stripe. I kind of like the blue stripe, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I love that. That's from this envelope here. Look at, love that, adorable. Definitely look like the 20s. I'm not going to do anything with that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to add trim and stuff, but no images. And here's the other half of that one, which I think I'm going to need to put some kind of, oh, you know what? Maybe I should do the stripe paper here, the star paper here. Because I'm feeling like there's not that many options. Paper is very odd, my odd choice. I think that might be a maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and clip it on as a maybe, and let's see. I can get some more of these clips. If that will work. Okay. This, I do feel like it's gonna need something, and I'm gonna need to put something on it. That might work because the colors are bright and vivid. Let me see something else. Hold on for a sec. That's too small, but this would work. Possibility. This is cute too. Look at, if that had a backing, you'd really be able to see it. I think that might have to live there. So I'm going to clip in both just to remind me that's what I'm looking for. For them to live like that together, to make a frame out of that, or border, I guess. Border, not a frame. And I will need to do something there, but I'm not sure what. It's gonna stay as is. That will be as is. And this is really pretty. It has a sweet little poem by the beach. That might require something very like that, maybe. This is really pretty. Again, I love that paper. That's just, maybe that could live here. Okay, hold on. Okay. So if my head is getting in the way, guys, it's Saturday and I am toe up. Toe up from the flow up. I've got my Saturday clothes on. So I don't have, I'm not done up today at all. I like to be makeup free when I can, because Monday through Friday I have a lot of makeup on for work. I try to always present my best foot forward. That could be cute. Do I want to do like a double like I did that one? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, this is perfect for some of these adorable things. I might even be able to use two. But this isn't really a sea. That is actually a lake. So that's probably going to be out. This is more sea. So that will be, this is sea too. Look how cute that is. I love that image. I might do this one here because there's a little bit of blue. And I think that would really look cute together. And then I'll work in the lace and all that other good stuff. Trim. Here, I think I'm going to leave it as is because I love the antique of it all. That's definitely not beach themed. So I'm thinking this would probably be a good location for maybe even a piece of paper like that. You know, just to do like a little writing thing. I think that could be nice, and maybe some seed ribbon around it. Again, not my favorite. I do not love that. Again, I'm back at that thing with the dark. Ugh, ugh. I should have ripped these pages out. I shouldn't have included them. I have too much of it. Too much dark. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all that dark. Not sure. This is cute though. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to deal with it, you guys. How do I want to deal with it? Probably gonna do lace. That's the only way I can deal with this. You know what I'm probably gonna do? Honestly, I'm gonna do probably lace and seashells. Probably on both. Because of this giant space that I have the liberty to add three-dimensional things. So I think I'm going to probably incorporate, hold on, like this kind of a beautiful vintage, kind of a thick, I'll probably incorporate that, something in here, and put seashells. I think that could be really pretty. So I think that could be a really pretty look. That's probably what's gonna go there. And it'll be just like a white lace here maybe. I love that. And this was a handkerchief that I cut apart. And again, I think that's the same image that I have over here, yeah? Where's that image that I saw? That's identical to that, I think. Not that I mind, I love that image, but I just look at, interesting, yeah? Huh, didn't even notice it before. Okay, okay, it's okay if it's the same image. I'll just decorate it differently, yeah? That's a cute image there. Let me just put this one here as a maybe. Okay, and this will probably do the same thing. I will probably put, I'm thinking some of that, what's it called? Like netting. I'll probably put some netting here and some seashells. And I might do something, some of these kind of things here. I think I'll probably antique these. I'm going to darken them up with ink so that it matches this look. I think I'll do that. And with this, I think I am going to have to do something, maybe like add, like I did to the front cover, maybe add something like this. Maybe not completely, you know, all the whole thing, but kind of a shredded thing there, maybe. I think that will look cute. And it will cover some of all that blue. I can put some pretty lace or crocheted on the sides. Again, I might put some seashells, maybe. But I think that's what I'm going to do to that. This writing thing, I do feel like I want to add something to it. Maybe just like that. It'd be cute, I think. Let me put this little paper clip here. A little wonky paper clip. Look at, see how it's wonky? I'll put it there. Okay. And then here, I might do the same thing. I might just put a piece of lace here on this side. I love that image, it's adorable. Now this is so blue compared to that. I may get some gesso and paint that. I might do something to that effect. Now we have another one of these, which I don't need because we have so many of those. So that might live here. Maybe live this way. I like that idea. Let me reach in, you guys. Okay. Just some pretty lace or netting here. That's the other half of that, which I'll probably rip it so it's not so big. And that is sweet. I'm probably just going to put some trim here. I don't think it needs anything. Same with this. And then I'm going to put some more, probably some lace to hold that, to tie that in. So I'm left, these are the images I have left. These things here. So I can go back, maybe put that in there. That could be cute. Colors kind of match these colors. Let's see, I have a pocket I need to put somewhere. Where can I put this pocket? Should I put the pocket here? Like originally, I think I was originally thinking of doing that, right? So maybe this pocket will live there. I'm not sure yet. Let's actually turn it this way. That pocket might live there. I really don't want to cover that. I love this happy accident with the tape. I'm probably just going to put trim around there. Same thing. It doesn't need anything. I love that. I think that's all I need. This, I might consider a flower like that. Or I might consider maybe using something like that just to put it on the, you know, so the little tuck spot. If a person has some tickets or when they went to the beach, they could put that in there. It's a maybe. It's not a definite, but I'm going to go ahead. Hold on, let me grab one of these clips. I'm going to go ahead and put it in there just as a maybe. And I could include inside of here these things, right? And I can decorate them with a little bit of lace and make them really cute. That could be adorable. Yeah, this was a maybe for here, right? But I don't know. It's a big, big maybe. You know, the thing is, that image is identical to this image, which I'm not loving. That's identical too. So, for now, I'm just going to pin that on. Get a pin here. They're all stuck together on my clips. Just because I don't really know what I want to do yet. I don't know if this is something that's going to actually happen, but I'm mapping it out, right, guys? That might be some of the last things I do with this, too. I don't want to add anything. I love that. I'm probably just going to add a little something right there. Just the smallest little trim. And trim on here. And then I'm going to, again, use something to cover that up. Probably something like that. How pretty is that? Hold on. Let me get my arm out of the way. See how pretty that is? And on here, I'm probably going to go ahead and use netting, I'm thinking. Maybe doily netting, something of that nature. And I think that would be pretty. The front of the book is going to be, oh, here's that doily I was looking for. The front of the book will not be that. However, I do want to use that one postcard, which I'm not sure what I did with it, but I will find it because I love that postcard. It's that sea postcard. Hold on, things are flying. I have everything to the side of me. Here it is. This is what I want for my cover. I think it's adorable. So I'll probably put, I don't know, some netting, some lace. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet, but that's gonna be the cover. I wanna build up the cover. But because there's so much space in between, I can really be generous with the things that I add, the 3D things, and it won't be like that kind of a, you know, where it's not lying down flush. All right, you guys, I'm gonna put this in the book so I don't lose it. All right, so that's what I'm gonna be working on until the next video. I'm hoping tomorrow on Sunday that I have a little bit of time. Right now I don't have anything planned because my sister, Diane, is away on a vacation for the week, and so I'm watching her dog, and so I'm sticking close to home because I know she's missing her. All right, you guys, have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.